I'm sure most of you have come across the cannot resolve dependency error before. Now when this error occurs, NestJS internally creates a partial graph that you can import into the Devtools to investigate what caused the issue and how to fix it. When we throw the partial graph into the Graph Explorer, we can see that the error originates from the tasks module, and we can likely fix it by adding the diagnostics module to the imports array of the tasks module. If we take a closer look and switch to the classes view, we can see that it's the task service specifically that is causing the issue. This is because the task service requires the diagnostic service, which the framework could not locate. You can also see that such a service is registered in the diagnostics module, which is why we may need to import it. Request code bubbles up the injection chain so that a controller that depends on our request code provider will also be request code. Now let's first tick the highlight request code checkbox, and as we can see, none of the classes are highlighted thus far. Let's quickly switch to our IDE and make the diagnostic service request code. Let's save our changes, head back to Devtools, and refetch our graph. And as we can see, not only the diagnostic service is now highlighted, but also several other classes that depend on it, up to the tasks controller itself. With Devtools, we can visualize how big of an impact such a tiny change can have on the entire application. This is particularly useful when we are working on a large codebase and we are not sure how a change will affect the rest of the graph. When working on a large codebase, it's not unusual to have new developers join our team. Now when they join, they need to get familiar with the codebase and understand how everything is connected. This can be overwhelming, especially with numerous modules and providers. With Devtools, you can easily generate a graph or a subgraph that represents a portion of your application and share it with your new team members. This way they can quickly get familiar with the codebase and start contributing. Also remember that we can always export the graph as an image and use it in our documentation. With Devtools, we can effortlessly visualize the dependencies between our modules and providers. This can be particularly useful when trying to break down a monolith into smaller, more manageable individual microservices. We can use the graph to identify the most tightly coupled modules and estimate the effort required to extract them into separate services. Thanks for watching and see you next time.